Well, hello there. I bet you weren't expecting a video from me, eh? Welcome to this video. It's just a one-off. I'm not back. Okay, let's get out of the way. I'm not back, but I wanted to show you this because I found it really interesting. So, there's a bit of a story to this one. Okay, in front of you here is a Minidisc recorder. Also, apologies if my voice sounds echoey. I'm in my new house, and yeah, this is a massive living room. Anyway, yeah, Minidisc. I've done a video on it before, but recently, let me explain to you what happened. So, I went to a car boot sale, and there was this guy there. He was getting out these cases full of mini discs, and I said, "What's in there?" He goes, "Oh, mini discs." And I went, "Hey, you got the recorder to go with them?" He went, "Yeah." I said, "How much do you want for it?" He went, 15 quid the lot. So 4 cases full of mini discs, some new and sealed, and I also got a Sharp mini disc recorder with it. I came back, and the recorder powered up. Sadly, it didn't read the discs because of the TOC error. If anybody knows about mini disc recorders and the TOC error, it's basically where a gear gets cracked. It's the smallest gear in the world, and it gets cracked, therefore it can't run along the worm gear. So I ended up scrapping that recorder, and I thought, well, now I've got all these mini discs, what am I going to do? So I thought, eBay. That's my answer, eBay. So I went on eBay, and yeah, we've been doing some shopping. Let me show you. So what you see in front of you here is a Sony Walkman. What model is this? MZN710. This one. This one's currently not working. I brought it spares and repairs. It's currently not working at the moment, this one. But I don't really care. You know, I've got it. I'll see if I can get it to go. If I can't, then I've got it for some spares. I'll get another one, and But that's not the only one I have. I'll take you down here. Now, this is a Sharp mini disc deck. This one works perfectly. It records, it plays, it does everything perfectly, and I got a remote control with it. It's an absolutely fantastic little thing. I use this to play mini discs that I've recorded, and just a great little thing. This is the Minidisc deck MDR2 from Sharp. I tend not to go for Sharp products, but this one I saw and I actually really liked, so I thought, well, I'm going to get it and see. And for how much it fucking cost me, I'm glad sort of like, you know, it works. But yeah, this one doesn't currently work, but we'll put that over there. Got a couple of accessories here as well, which are inline remotes. There's this one which lights up, and it's got a screen on it, tells you what to do. You can also plug your headphones into that, and all your function buttons are on there. And this one came with the one that you can see, the Minidisc recorder you can see up there. This is just a different model, but they work on most other Minidisc recorders as well, so that's them. Now, my first one that I picked up from eBay, did I pick it up from over there, though? I did. There it is. The first one I picked up from eBay was this one. This is the MZR501. Let me got that right. Yeah, R501. This one is a basic little mini disc recorder. This one has MDLP on it, so you can do basically long play or extended play in your recordings and fit like up to 4 CDs on one mini disc. I will show you a mini disc in a minute. And this one works, however, it's finicky, this one. What can I say about it? Well, it runs off a single A battery, but to record, you really should have it plugged into power, which I do have. I have a power adapter here. I've got 2 of those. This one is an official Sony one. That's what it looks like. They're only 3 volt. That's an official Sony one. Or you can get a replacement one, just a cheap knockoff one, like this. Okay, and just on, because when it's on, it's integrated by a green light that comes on there. And yeah, they work great. I've been using them to do recordings when I've recorded. But this one, the record head is finicky to say the least. I think that's on its way out. The laser doesn't read the discs properly. It has ever since I've cleaned it. It works better. But yeah, it doesn't seem to work all that well. So I thought, well, I want to record on this, so what should I do? I know, I'll buy another one. See if I can swap the record heads over, which I haven't even tried yet. So there's another one. But this one's in blue. Now, this one, the battery compartment doesn't work. And you're going to find that with these Minidisc recorders. The battery doesn't work, however, works off power. And this one plays, records just fine. So I have two model of the MZR501. It's a lovely little Minidisc recorder. You know, really, really happy with what I've purchased there. And yeah, it's just one of those things, you know. So this is two of the fleet. We've got two more to look at as well. So let me take these ones out of the way. And do you know what? I'll just pop them over the back there. These ones, what we've seen. And let me bring in the next one, which is this one, which is the MZR90. Minidisc recorder. This doesn't have MDLP, but this one I've done a lot of recordings on. You can hook an external battery pack up to this, and this one is fantastic. Now, they run, most of them, Minidisc recorders, what you're going to find, will run off of what they call a gumstick battery. This is a gumstick battery, and as you can see, it's corroded. That's what you're going to find on eBay. Sometimes, you know, you come across a good one and sort of like, you know, it's all working and everything, and that's reflected in the price. But half the time you're going to come across them on there and it's going to say battery corrosion, because basically people, when they sort of like stopped using Minidisc, they put them away with the batteries in them, and over time they gradually sort of like leaked and caused a whole heap of issues. So, yeah. That's what's happened. Even this one, that's what's happened. But this one works with the external battery, and it works on, you know, the mains adapter. Beautiful little thing. I've been doing lots of recording on that one. That one is absolutely fantastic. I can't fault it, that one. That one, out of them all, that's probably my favourite one. That one. Really, really nice one there. We do have another one to look at, and you're going to notice the LCD straight away on this one. I bought this one. It came up the other day. Notice the LCD has had a bit of LCD leakage. However, once again, I think this one runs on an external battery pack, does it? No external battery pack for this one, so this one's mains only. You can put a gum stick in it, but once again, it says battery corrosion. However, I've looked in this and it hasn't got anything in it, so I don't know what's going on there. But I've recorded on it. It records well. And yeah. And you might notice all of these are Sony. You can get other makes. You can get Kenwood, Iowa, Sharp. A whole host of different makes of Minidisc recorder you can get. Now, I did do, like I said at the beginning, I did do a Minidisc video a few years ago, which was just a player, which was an MZE62. I don't have that anymore. I think I accidentally threw it away when I moved house. So yeah, go me. But that's the fleet of them I've got so far. But they all, you know, people say, "Oh, Minidisc is failed. It's dead." No, it's not. Minidisc is actually alive and well. So let's take a look at one. Let me get one out of a case here to show you. So this is what you're going to get. Now, they come in 60-minute, 74 and 80-minute discs. This is one here. This is a Sony branded one, 74-minute disc. And they're in a protective caddy to stop dust and to stop sort of like you touching them, fingerprints and stuff like that. You can move these sliders though, which I'll show you. So I've got one over here pre-prepared, and you'll see I've moved the slider down so you can actually see the disc inside. Now, these hold 74 minutes worth of music unless you're doing MDLP or EP. And this one is, don't worry, I'm not ruining this disc, by the way. This one errors out no matter what recorder I put it in. This disc is basically dead. But this is a JVC model. As you see, they're crystal gold. And the head, when they're in there, they sit like that. And the head sits on the top and the laser on the bottom, and it heats up the laser to about 180 degrees. and that's how it burns the music to the disc. I've been really enjoying the format. I've recorded lots of things on it so far, and this isn't going to be the last time I buy a mini disc recorder or player. I get them as often as I can because I like the format so much, and I know sort of like some of them are really expensive, but I don't care if I've got to run it off mains for a little recorder like this. These are all recorders, by the way, all of these, because I play back in my deck here. As a matter of fact, that disc I just had, let's pop it in. I can't play any music, but I can pop it in. You just load it into the drawer like that, and then it'll go through the process. So talk reading, so it's reading the table of contents. I don't think there's anything on this. Let's just have a look, see once it's read. There you go, blank MD. So there's nothing on that one, so that one's ready to record. So, not too shabby, eh? But yeah, this is what I wanted to do today. I wanted to show you my mini disc fleet because I've been enjoying the format, I mean, I've shown you records in the past. I've showed you record players. I've shown you tape decks and cassettes. I don't even know if I've showed you any CD players. I might have. But I've decided to sort of like, go ahead and be with Minidisc for a little while and see how we get on with the format and everything. And I've got to say, I'm pleasantly surprised by it. It records, and it was a wonderful format. Sadly, they don't make them anymore. Any Minidisc recorder you find now is from the 1990s or early 2000s. And, if you buy a deck like that, like this one, great, you're fine. But if you buy sort of like something like this or like this, chances are it's going to have battery corrosion or another problem wrong with it. Like this one at the back here, well, the first one I showed, not that one, forget that one works. This one, the first one I showed you, that one, this doesn't work. But it'll come in handy for spares. So that's what I'm going to use them for. But yeah, I thought I'd just show you this. Like I said, I'm sorry I can't play or anything. But yeah, it's been a long time since I've done a video. But please, I am not back, okay? I am not back on YouTube. But I wanted to do this. I wanted to show you the Minidisc stuff and ask, have you ever used Sony Minidisc? Do you know, sort of like, can you recommend any players, recorders to look at? Anything like that. Because the format, there is a following behind it. There is a big Minidisc following behind it. People go out and buy up decks and buy up little recorders like this to keep the format alive, to keep it going, And to know that sort of like something came and gone, is sad. It is. I mean, would you call it a retro format? I guess so, because it's using physical media. But there you go. Now, one thing I do want to cover before I leave here is, how do you get music onto a mini disc? Well, like I said, it's a recorder. So let me use my favorite one here as an example to start off. So you're going to pop your disc in. It's going to come up on the display, and you can see the record button there. Okay. So if you want to sit with it and record a few tracks off different discs and stuff, all good. Just hit that. That just pushes in and slides across there. When you're done, hit that. It'll edit the table of contents. The music is on the disc. But what if I want to record an album? No problem. You can either do it digitally, or this one has there synchro record, and you can do that, have that on or off when you record. And if you have it on, as long as there's sort of like 3 seconds worth of pause between the tracks, it'll go to the next one. Sometimes that's a bit hit and miss. The ways you can do it to record onto a mini disc is, if you look at the side, the red one's for a microphone. I don't even know why you'd want to sing into one of these things. But also there, you can see line in optical. Now, they've all got that. All of these have got that. You see there, another one, line in optical, right? And you can either use a 3.5mm jack to jack lead and use it from a CD player, a phone or something. In my experience, I would always use it from something that's got a line out. Now, I've been recording some CDs onto Minidisc, and I've been using it through a line out source. My wife's CD player from the 1990s, actually. It still works, and it's got a line out on it. And the sound is crystal clear. It really is. The sound is crystal clear. It records great. When I've tried to record through a headphone to the optical line in, it records it, but it records it only to a certain level. So to get the proper recording, you really should record something to line out. Or if you've got something that's headphone and adjustable, which could, just tweak it a little bit, that might work. You can get a digital optical lead, which I do have, which I don't have to hand at the moment, though. But what can I say? They're a great little thing to have. So yeah, that's how you record on them. Playback is a breeze, and the sound is absolutely incredible. So there you go. That was the fleet of Minidisc recorders that I currently have, what I wanted to show you guys. There's stand some up here to finish the video off. Typical, flawless old school style. Okay, and let's put the blue one in the middle there. There we go. And there's that as well. So there you go. Before I go, a couple of shout outs to my brother from another mother, Mr. Boston Tea Party. You've got to go subscribe to him because he is one of the best, content creators out there. And if you like House Flipper, if you like other games and stuff, he's your man. Also, the creator of all creators, especially on House Flipper, it's Pam's Game TV 2000. Go and subscribe to her because she's a fantastic friend, a wonderful person, and I think you should really, really go and subscribe to her because if you like House Flipper too, then you're going to love her designs because she goes that true extra mile. So yeah, the first YouTube video in this house doesn't mean I'm back. Okay? I just wanted to show you this one and knock out a video real quick. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm not going to say don't forget to subscribe here if you're new and all that sort of stuff because I don't really care at the moment because I have quit YouTube. But I might upload the odd thing here and there, but this is a one-off and I'm not back, okay? But yeah, let me know your experience with Minidisc, if you've ever used it. Can you recommend recorders, players? I'd be really, really interested to know. Have you got any you could donate to the channel? Hit me up. So, yeah, thank you for watching once again. All I'm going to say now is be kind to each other. And, yeah, hope you enjoyed. God bless. And maybe I'll see you again sometime. Maybe I won't. Who knows? But, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Cheers and bye-bye.